are some historical mysteries that may never be solved. Sometimes, that's because the relevant excavated material has been lost or an archaeological site has been destroyed. Other times, it's because new evidence is unlikely to come forward or the surviving evidence is too vague to lead scholars to a consensus. Let's go through this part 2 of the series' biggest unsolved mysteries. 5. Who killed the Black Dahlia? This case from 1947 remains one of Hollywood's most intriguing unsolved murders, and its most gruesome. A 22-year-old actress named Elizabeth Short was found murdered in a vacant lot in Los Angeles, her body sliced in half and 3-inch gashes cut into each corner of her mouth, giving her a creepy, clownesque smile. The mystery deepened as numerous people took credit for the crime, none of them were charged, and more tragic details unfolded about the victim, who got the nickname Black Dahlia ostensibly because she enjoyed stylish black dresses. A recent book, Black Dahlia, Red Rose, claimed that one of the prime suspects, a bellhop and one-time mortician's assistant, who was interviewed and later released, may have been the real murderer. But so far, this case is far from closed. 4. The Gordon Ghostlight in Arkansas. Weird floating lights have been seen all over the country, but there's something different about the mysterious light floating near the railroad tracks in Gordon, Arkansas. For one thing, it isn't elusive. It's not part of local legend because some kids saw it once and everybody had to take their word for it. The Gordon light has appeared for hundreds of people, and some townspeople have seen it so many times that it's become an ordinary part of their life. There's no rational explanation for the light, but there are legends. One has it that a railroad worker was hit by a train and decapitated, and the light comes from a lantern as his ghost continues to walk the tracks, looking for his disembodied head. Or it may be the ghost of a railroad foreman, murdered by one of his employees with either a railroad spike or a hammer. The light appeared shortly after the crime, which is why the story continues to be a popular one. 3. Was Lizzie Borden a murderer? When a wealthy couple in Fall River, Massachusetts were butchered in their own home with an axe, in 1892, there was only one plausible suspect, their 32-year-old daughter Lizzie, who lived with the couple. The entire town assumed she was guilty, and indeed she wasn't her best ally, giving inconsistent answers to investigators and choosing an odd time, after the death of her parents, to suddenly start burning her old clothes. Sure did seem like somebody was hiding evidence. Prior to the murders, she was also upset with her parents, her stepmother in particular, for being especially frugal with their finances. When Lizzie was acquitted, the town turned against her, treating her like a murderer who had somehow escaped justice. She was scorned in public, and became the subject of children's rhymes. Lizzie Borden took an axe, and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. To this day, it's one of the most enduring unsolved mysteries. Did she do it? Did Lizzie get away with murder? 2. First female pilot Amelia Earhart missing. The last time anybody saw pioneering aviator Amelia Earhart was during the summer of 1937, when she boarded her Lockheed Electra 10E plane and attempted to fly around the world, just her and her navigator Fred Noonan. She vanished without a trace, and U.S. authorities speculated that she probably crashed somewhere in the Pacific. But the rumors have persisted that she survived whatever happened to her plane. There have been photos of her allegedly alive and well, years after she supposedly perished, on a dock in the Marshall Islands. The story was soon debunked. Recently, bones found on a remote Pacific island back in 1940, which were originally thought to belong to a man, have been retested and are very likely Earhart's remains. In a few years, this favorite of unsolved mysteries could very well be case closed. And number 1. The moon landing of NASA conspiracy. Okay, so this one's definitely way out there in crazy conspiracy theory land. But hey, why not? Just for fun, we'll bring it up. We'll take it for granted that when Neil Armstrong took his giant leap for mankind on July 20, 1969, he was actually walking on the lunar surface. But there are many people who claim it was all an act, that we never landed on the moon, much less walked on it. The theory is that the whole thing was staged, filmed in a Hollywood studio by director Stanley Kubrick, who had wowed audiences a year earlier with his pretty realistic outer space epic 2001, A Space Odyssey. So what's the supposed evidence? There are many questions, from the source of mysterious shadows to why there's a rock labeled with a C, The same way props are labeled on movie sets, to how the American flag, placed on the moon by Armstrong and fellow Apollo 11 pilot Buzz Aldrin, seems to ripple in the breeze. NASA of course continues to deny a moon landing hoax, and Aldrin once punched a guy in the face for bringing up the conspiracy theory. Please like and subscribe button below. Or click the bell symbol to be alerted of new video every day from Top 5. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe button below. Or click the bell symbol to be alerted of new video every day from Top 5. Thank you for watching.